Hello guys, dumelang. I'm pushing my chair on. So I just said let me make a quick video before I go back. Since well there's this Zimbabwean thing, guys. Guys, I have seen the bus. Actually I want to ask Zimbabwean people, especially the ones that don't have the papers. We all know that it's not all Zimbabweans that are bad, hey? So now we are talking about the bad ones, especially, you see, the ones that are fighting when you mention Zimbabwe. They are the bad one. Because the good Zimbabweans, they'll tell you that you guys, what you are doing in South Africa, it's not right. That's why I say, I know that it's not all Zimbabweans. So now, the South Africans are fighting, are chasing you guys out of the hospital because you want to use the hospital without the papers. You cross the border without the passport. I don't know which country does it allow that, because even your own country, you don't allow that. But you want to come and do as you please in South Africa. And when South African says, don't use our hospitals because you are stealing the medications and selling Zimbabwe, you're saying South Africans are mad. So now, there is a proof. Proof is in the pudding. There is a bus, okay, for those who doesn't know, there is a bus that had an accident. It was even overload. There were a lot of people in the bus. So, some people, unfortunately, they died. May their soul rest in peace, and condolences to their family. Guess what they found there? Bags and bags of medication that Zimbabwean collected to take to Zimbabwe. Guys, how can that be right? And when South Africans are fighting for that, Zimbabweans are so vocal. They are swearing at South Africans. I don't know why. I don't understand how are these people thinking. So, guys, you think that is right? I remember one lady said to me, she's from Zimbabwe, she said, you know what, like I'm saying, guys, to you that it's not all Zimbabweans that are bad. She said to me, you know what, these people, they are doing business in Zimbabwe. I said, what do you mean? She said they go clinic and collect in South Africa and collect medication, yeah, so she said they collect clinic to clinic. It's a job. It's a job. They've been hired to do that. That is our money. That is our tax money. That when we fight for, we've been called that we are xenophobic and whatever. I think now, if South Africa can start doing like the Germans are doing, that will be good. Because in German, if they find out that you don't have a serious illness, they don't give you any medication. You go home. I remember when I come here, I started complicating. I think it was because of, I don't know, weather, or my body was just trying to adjust to the situation. I menstruated so bad, for like I thought I'm dying for days and heavy. I went to the hospital. At the hospital, they said, how old are you? I told them. They said, that's the time. Things like that, they happen. So it's you are reaching, your body's changing, you are reaching the menopause stage. So if you don't stop within 2 or 3 days, you can come back. We'll see what we'll do. Guys, they didn't give me anything. Anything. In South Africa, they'll give you Panado. And that, I think that's where the problem is. Because these guys, they misuse the system, of which is not right. It is not right. I think in this case, you can call South Africans xenophobic or xeno whatever that you want to call them. But this is their money. This is their money. And if you can check, guys, all the Zimbabweans that are traveling with the right documents, you will never see them do these funny things. And not only Zimbabweans, all the foreigners that are going to other people's countries with the right documents, they well behave. But the ones with all the papers, they are the one who are quick to use the word xenophobia, xenophobic. Hi guys, that cannot be right. I know you'll come for me because you Zimbabweans, akekho umuntu othukana njengeZimbabwe. Labantu laba, they are so I don't know. Labantu bayathukana too, and they don't care whether they are right or not. They just thukana, and you wonder why South Africans are after you than all the foreigners in the country. It's because of your behavior. Niyadelela, ninemilomo. You don't behave. I'm going to ask you again. Have you ever seen a South African cross the border to Zimbabwe? And start disrespect, cross the border to Zimbabwe, illegal, like you guys, and start disrespecting you? You guys, you can do better. Change. Guys, subscribe for your sister. Okay, I love you so much. So guys, this is the story to the ones who doesn't understand what is happening. They just hear South Africa, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zimbabwe. So what is happening, guys, is South Africa, it's a multicultural country, has got all kind of nation you can ever think of. Like, I know some of the people in Germany, they're asking, do you have white people in South Africa? I'm like, hey, Africa is very big. It's not like when you know Nigeria is South Africa. I said, no, in South Africa we have everything, every culture, everything. So what is happening is there is this nation, the Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is not far from South Africa. It's like close, and Swaziland is close. So the people from Zimbabwe, not all of them, like I said from the beginning, most of the people from Zimbabwe, they cross the border illegal. They come to South Africa. They start demanding their rights without the right papers. So the most thing that irritates the South Africans is they start going to the clinic, the hospitals. They collect medication from clinic to clinic. Go to this clinic some they even have the fake IDs. Go to this clinic, collect medication. They go home and sell it. And South Africans, we short of medication. And when South Africans try to talk to them, Zimbabwean people are so disrespectful. They start swearing at South Africans. And some of them, they come illegal to the country. They start putting the stalls on the side of the roads. Illegal. And then you can't just do that. It's not right. And when they are told, they fight. Some of them, when they find the open space, they start the church without being registered or anything. They want to do as they please in the country that is not theirs. And they do the wrong things. So that's the things to the ones who doesn't understand. Because I know some people, they're like, why? What is happening with Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zimbabwe, South Africa? We have a lot of illegal people in South Africa, but the Zimbabweans, they push the South Africans to, South Africans, they end up fighting with them. I personally lived in Swaziland. Swaziland is very close to South Africa. But we didn't go to Swaziland without the paper saying we are Africans. No, it doesn't work like that. So that is what the Zimbabweans are doing. We're saying Africa belongs to Africans. Yes, it's true. But have the right documents. Respect the country. Respect the law of the country. It's like, even with them, like I said, like even with us South Africans, you can't cross the border and go to Zimbabwe and start doing as you pleased. You'll be arrested. So that's the problem that we are having. So the Zimbabweans, they think they're entitled to South Africa. They can do what they want. They can swear at South Africans. That is why Dudula is focusing mainly on them, because they are vocal. When they open their mouth, they spit vulgar. These people, they are swearing shame. So that's the thing, guys. So now there's a problem that they deny that they're doing that. So there was an accident with the bus that was coming from South Africa to Zimbabwe. They found tons and tons of medication in that bus. And what about us people that are paying tax of this thing? Because this is our money. I heard somebody says, it's a donation, it's a donation. Have you ever seen something for free? Have you ever? Because even if it's a donation, somewhere, somehow, somebody's paying for that. And that doesn't give you the right to come and steal, because that's stealing when you come to South Africa and take it without the right of the South Africans. So that's the whole thing, guys, to the ones who doesn't understand what is happening. But otherwise, lots of love for you guys. Bye.